Good day everyone, my name is Graphics. Today we want to study an aspect of technical drawing which is called development. Now when you say you are developing a figure, you are trying to unfold that figure, especially when the figure is a 3D figure. Sometimes you are doing that so that you want to know the true length and size. For instance, now if you have a circle and you cut the circle into 2, then the length of that circle is what we call the length of what? The circumference, right? Now, but in this case here now, let's assume that if I take you down the memory lane, let's assume that this is the figure we want to develop, and this is what we have here, right? I hope you can see this. This is what we have here. Now, if I unfold it, right, this same figure that I have here, if I unfold it, I'll be having something like this, right? I'll be having something like what? Like this. You can see that. So that is what we are expected to get when we develop this figure here. So now let's start and see what will happen. Now, if you look at this base here, this is the elevation of the drawing, right? And if you look at the diameter of the base here, the length of the base is 30 diameter. So it means that what? It has a circular base. It is a cylinder. So you start from drawing the what? The circular base, the plan, right? So you take your set square, you place it this way, you draw your horizontal line like this, right? And you draw your vertical line like this. Like this. Now this is what we have, right? So this is what we have. Now the next thing we should be doing here is to draw the diameter of the circle, which is 30. So I'll take a radius of 15 and draw the diameter of 30, right? So this is what I'll do here. Taking my meter rule, measure 15, right? This is 15 here, 1.5. Place it at the center of this. Then I'll draw my circle, right? So the circle should be this. Now the next thing is I'm going to divide this circle into 12 equal parts, right? So either I use my set square or I use the same radius I use for my what? My circle. So with the same radius, I'll place it at this end here. I will strike up. I will come to this other end also. I will strike up. I'll come to the center here and I'll strike left and right. Now with the help of my meter rule, my focus should be at the center. All those points I mark should be passing through the center. So from the center to this, from the center to this, from the center to this, from this center to this. So this is what we have. So this point here will be 0, here will be 1, and here also be what? 1, because they are on the same point. Here will be 2, here also be what? 2. Here will be 3, here will be what? 3. Here will be 4, here will be what? 4. Here will be 5, here will be also 5. Then we have what? 6, as you can see. Now in doing that, I'm going to use my set square to draw an imaginary line, right? I'm going to draw an imaginary line from each of these points. First of all, I'll start with the 2 ends, and I'm going to draw this upward like this way. I'll draw it this way up, you can see that, and I'll come here also, I'll draw it this way also up. You can see that. Now what I'll do is, at any given radius, I'm going to join these 2 points together. Like from here, I'll join this just with faint line this way here. Hope you can see that. So this base here is my reference line. I'll just call it my reference line here. Now if you look at my diagram here, from this point is this point here, right? Then the height is what? 65. So I am going to measure 65 from this point here. This is 0, and I measure 65 upward. This is 65 here. Oh, good. So now I can do that. Measure 65 from here. I'll take in that point. 65 from this point to here. You can see that. Now the next thing I'll do is, it's telling me that the angle between here and this point here and the horizontal line here, angle between this point and here is what? 15 degrees. So I'm going to measure 15 degrees. I can help to make things faster with the help of my protractor. I'm going to place it here. Place it here. And if you look at it, this baseline here is 0, right? This is 10 and this is 15 degrees. So I'll just draw a line connecting this point and that point here this way. So I'll stop here, because it was not pass between these two domain here, right? So I'm moving forward. Now it's telling me from this baseline here, which is this baseline here, I'll measure 24 upward. From here upward 24, and I'm going to measure 24 upward here, right? So this is my 24 from this base point here. This is 20, this is 24 here, right? And I'm going to just join these two from here to here, and I'll just take in it. Then I'll take in from here to here also taking it, right? Now if you look at this, I want to construct this arc here to touch these 2 points, but the radius of that arc is 46, right? So I will measure 46 on my meter rule. This is from 0 to 46, and I'll place it at this point here that I want it to touch, and I'll strike an arc. I'll come to the other point too that I wanted to touch also. I'll also strike an arc. So their point of intersection will be the point that will join those 2 points, right? Be the point that will join those 2 points. So placing my compass at this point where they intersect, I'll take it at this point here, and I'm going to draw this way. And I'm going to take in it. Now what have you noticed? I have successfully drawn this. Now it's for me to now develop it. Now in developing it, I'm going to draw an horizontal line, at least from that same point here. I hope you can see that. Now I would zoom it. Since I don't need a diagram again, I'm going to zoom, right? So now I'll just take any point on this line. At least I don't want my figure to touch my main diagram, so I might not take it 5 millimeters away from this point here, right? So I will now take the radius of these 2 points here. Can you see that? That is between 0 and 1, or 1 and 2. And you start from this and you mark. This will be 1, right? This will be 2. This will be 3. This will be 4. This will be 5. This will be 6. This will be 7. And so on. 8, 9, 10, 11. Then what? 12. Because of what? I divided my circle into 12. So what will I do here? I'm going to also use my pencil and draw a line from this point, faint line, and I will elongate it down. Hope you can see that. So at every point I marked, like I said, this one is my 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I'm going to project it up. So we're going up. All those points, I'll take them up. Take all those points up. Taking this point up. So I'll do that continuously. I'll do that continuously. Until I get down to 0. To 0. And this is my 0 here. So now this is what I have here. Now what do you notice? I moved from, I can put it this way. That is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then start going down again. Then it will now be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. You can see. Now the next thing I'll do after doing this is this. I can still zoom this up again so we'll get to understand better. Let me zoom this up again. So, let's zoom this up again. Now this is what we have here, right? So let's see. Now from all those points, I'm going to project all this line upward. So I'll project here up. 1 will be touching 1, like from here. Project it up to the next point 2, which is 2. Project it up. Can you see that? The next one, 3 is already there. Then 4 to 4, take it up. 5 to 5, take it up. Then 6 is already there. Right? Now see what I want to do here. All this, where these points meet, this is 0 and this is what? 0. 0 is on here and 0 is on here too. Right? This is 1, this is 1 here, and this is also 1 here. This is 2, this is point 2, and also what? This is point 2 again. This is 3, point 3 here, and also what? Point 3 here. This is 4, point 4 here, and also point 4 here. This is 5, this is point 5 here, and also point 5 here. Then 6 is just on 2 points here. Right? So I'm going to project all those points to the last point here, the last line. So from 0, this is 0 here. Now what do you notice? Where 0 meets 0, 0 meets 0 here, and also 0 meets 0 here. That is first point. So point 0 and what? Point 0. Right? Also, if you move to the next one, we have 1 here. Right? So I have my 1. If I move, let me just help. Now what do you notice? This is line 1. So line 1 will be meeting line 1 here. And also line 1 will be meeting line 1 here. Right? This one is what? We'll move forward. Sorry. We'll move forward here. This is 1 here, I mean. This is 1 here. Right? So 1 meets 1 here, and also 1 meets 1 here. So I have 0.1 here, right? So the next one, we move forward. We go to 2. We draw our 2 from here. We drop out my t-square. So if you look, it's 0.2 meets 2 here, and also 0.2 meets 2 here, right? Don't forget this 0.2. There's also this 0.1 here, right? 0.1, 0.2, 0.1, and what? 0.2. Now the next one is 3. Go to 3. Do the same thing. Now this is 0.3. 0.3 meet line 3. 0.3 meet line 3. The next one is what? 4. 0.4 meet line 4. 0.4 meet line 4. The next one is what? 5. So this is 5 here, right? And this is 5 here. Now with the help of my French curve, I'm going to join those points together like this. Now with the help of a French curve, we'll be having something like this, right? Now the next thing is, you do the same thing up here too. You draw your horizontal line from here. That means you have 0.0 here and also another 0.0 here. You go to 2 to 1. You do the same thing for 0.1. Where 1 meets 1 here and 1 meets another one here, right? Go to 2. This is 2 here, because you look at 2, 0.2, 0.2. Go to 3. This is 3. Trace 3 to 3. Also trace 3 to 3. Go to 4. You do the 4 here, and this is 4 also, 4 here. You go to 5. Come to where 5 is. This is 5, and this is 5 again, and 6 is already there. This is 6 here. So you're going to use a French curve, and you're going to join everything here. You join 0 to 0 here, and 0 to 0 here also. Right, now use your French curve, and you're going to join all these guys here. Take 3 points at a time. This to this, and this to this, and do the same thing here too. Right? So we having this, we having this. So we come here too, do the same thing. Take 3 at a time. Come here also. Right, 3 at a time, like that. So you just get to that point, right? It should be very accurate. So this is what we are having. This is the development of that plane figure, and that is what I showed you earlier, like this. You take it down. You'll be having the development of that figure, which is what I showed you earlier. It should be something like this. If you look at it very well, it's similar to this, right? So if this video has been helpful, don't forget to click on the subscribe button. Thanks for watching.